Hello, hello, hello there. Si me escuchan, ¿se escucha bien? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Luckily for you, I'm sending one song this time. Que solo uno. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Wine and Dine with the Demons and Porforiats. Hola, ¿cómo están? Hello there, Hayden. How's it going? ¿Cómo te va? There you go. Ok, ya vamos, está llegando la gente. The people are coming. Let's go. Buenas, muy bien, Isaac. Espero que esté muy bien. Tú también, Hayden. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Shorty? When Down with the Demons. Hello. ¿Qué tal, Hayden? Hola, hola, cabrón. ¿Cómo estás, Born? Bienvenido. Genial, genial, pasando la noche. Muy bien, excelente. Y yo también estoy pasando la noche. Tengo una noche bien larga. Tengo que ir a ver un amigo DJ. Tiene su show más tarde, a las 3 de la mañana. So, voy a estar bien amanecido. Pero apoyo es apoyo. You gotta support your DJ friends, buddies, if you got some. Like, come to their shows. A lot of times they invite you for free. Estoy publicando, compartan el link, compartan el live, please share the stream so we get more folks in here and more tracks to come in. La hora del diablo. A ver, vamos a ponerle acá el link. We need a copy paste. There we go. Ahí está, ya estamos listos. Ok, compartiendo el live, listo. Alright, what's up, guys? How you all been? ¿Cómo han estado todos? Espero que muy bien. Hayden, ya lo saludé al Boren por Foriats. Hayden, Wine and Dine with the Demons. Si alguien más se une, avisen. En unos momentos vamos a empezar. We're gonna start in a few minutes. Probably soon. So let's see what we have so far. Let's see, we have... Okay, starting from here. We got Barruco first, so Barruco's gonna be the first one. Damn, so let's see what we got. Starting off hard, probably. Alright, todo bien, bro. Sí, muy bien. Excelente, ok, vamos a empezar. Alright, let me do my little intro. Déjenme hacer mi pequeña intro. Hello everyone, I am Breaker Isaac. I am hosting again my weekly feedback live stream, showcasing like producers' demos online and giving feedback. So let's go ahead and take a listen. Today we're starting with Barruco as the first track of the day. And remember, guys, we have a poll to vote. You guys can vote which one is the best track of the day. So, voten cuál es va a ser el mejor track del día, el mejor tema del día. En un rato pongo la encuesta. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. Hola, Mr. Hoppy.
Hear the rumble coming closer. Did you Next wars, no more, just screens and dreams. Next
Hello there,
war.
Jelly. Bienvenida. ¿Qué pasó? What the fuck? We're right here.
No more, just screens and dreams. Next wars, we score virtual but brutal. Propaganda on the breeze, falling down upon my knees. A flicking trigger tap, another nation on the map. No mud, no blood, no sweat, no tears, just pixels fighting through the years. They say it's progress, clean and fast, but shadows linger, built to last. The human heart still feels the same. Number coming closer, digital overdose.
Damn, alright. Starting strong, Barroco. Good job. Alright. So, alright. Feedback for me, I'm putting it in the chat right now. But I think it's a little heavy on the sub. It's like really heavy. Because I have a sub right now and it's like really rumbling around here. So probably need to do some rebalancing with the low end. Also, once I get to your drop, it sounds like very basic as fuck. Like I just hear a kick and bass and that's it. You already have the vocals and stuff pretty good selected. So again, I'm like, so this is like a holy shit, you're rising me the fuck up, and then I'm like, oh, what the fuck? All right, it's just like kick and bass. So go ahead and we're gonna need some lead synths, probably something more entertaining, something more energetic to add there, because your build-up was really energetic. You don't want to be the one that makes a really energetic build-up and then just a normal static drop. So okay. Oh, in some parts I think the vocal needed to be quantized too. I think it was around here. Like it's no pegaba bien. It didn't hit correctly. Ok, Barroco, está un poco subidito en los bajos, tiene bastantes bajos, so necesitamos un poco más de balance entre toda la mezcla. El drop en idea musical, como que la build-up, la subida, está bien energética y llego al drop, al punto del drop, y como que no está energética, está solamente kicky bass, nada más. Suena bien aburrido. So, no vas a necesitar lead synths, algo así, para que se mantenga esa energía. O para incluso subirla más. Para que quede bien. Porque no quiere ser el que hace una canción con una subida bien energética, bien memorable. Y luego llegamos al drop y está como puta madre, que es un solo kicky bass. Aburrido. Pero así estamos, es lo que yo te diría ahorita. Y en las últimas partes de la canción, como que la vocal suena un poco fuera de beat. So hay que ponerle un poco más en las líneas para que pegue con el kick. Pero muy bien esfuerzo, Barroco. Está bueno. Estamos acá con el John. ¿Cómo se llamaba? El John Summer. No el John Summer, el John algo. Ok, moving on. Me gusta el efecto de stutter en la vocal. Sí, tiene buen efecto de vocal en el stutter aquí. The chop vocals, the freaking 116, I think. Da 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 da. Like that type of thing. Alright, moving on. Next one is gonna be from Purforiats, I think. Yes, Purforiats. So tiene unos bajos como muy peligrosos. Dice the low end's a little bit dangerous. So let's go and take a listen. All right, Porforiats. Well, damn. Porforiats actually killed this one. It's actually not bad. So musical part, I think we kind of already know Porforiats is very into the video game space of music. So it's not doesn't have a certain feeling to it. For sure, it has a certain character and feeling that I can kind of tell. All right, so my feedback for this one actually, I think is I said that I was feeling that the low end was fighting in a few parts, either because it's out of scale, like the notes are out of key, or the side chaining is just not working. Maybe the notes are happen to be too low as well. So we just gotta figure that part out. Yeah, I don't feel like there's like side chaining going on, like the ducking effect, where we would probably kind of use the plugin here. Yeah, there you go. So we're probably gonna need some of that to duck the sub bass when the kick is hitting. Because right now I'm not feeling that effect. I'm not feeling that the ducking from the sub bass. So it's kind of crashing on your low end. All right, porforiats. So agrégale un poco de sidechain a tu kick y bass para que no se peleen tanto, pues siento que están peleando o las notas están afuera de escala, una de las dos. ¿Qué dice el chat? What do you guys think? Hay partes donde sí siento que hay sidechain y hay partes que no. Y tienes un kick aquí. Cada vez que tienes un kick tiene que haber sidechain. Si no vas a estar pegando las frecuencias en lo bajo. Hello there, Tangy Music. Hopefully you're doing well. If you have anything to say about this one, I believe that the low end is crashing because there's a lack of sidechain between the sub bass and the kick. Also, the fact that sometimes I feel the notes are off key. But it could also just be the sidechain. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, lack of sidechain, because I feel like stuff is fighting. Like things are fighting to be in their own spot, and that's not how it's supposed to be. It sounds like it's supposed to harmonize. It's not supposed to fight for its spot in the midst. Yeah, I definitely hear some muddiness in the low, and I can feel that too. I think it's just lack of sidechaining, and also fighting between the mids and some frequencies. Here again, it's all low end to lower mids where your fighting is happening. Ok, porforiats, ya si entendiste, pregunta de nuevo. Say something. Sí sé que estabas acá. But moving on. All right, next one's gonna be from Tangi. Gonna work with the violinist to reduce some of the strings and add some extra stuff. But this is what I got for now. ¿Le debo poner mucho mejor EQ a eso? No, sidechain. Trata primero el sidechain y luego el EQ. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen then. Sorry, TNG. There you go.
I know it's hard to let things go.
Buenas noches, Saul Blosa. Yo, I said, what sidechain? I'm using Kickstart for synthwave. Yo le usaría el corto, uno de los cortos. Oh, I like it. I feel like so far overall you could have an ARP, like an ARP with some bells and stuff, making it real fancy, and just in the background, just so it feels up a little bit more in the break, but it feels a little like melancholic or uplifting. Dun, 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 dun. Taka 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 taka. Dun dun dun. Oh, I can feel it with the guitars. Good job. Guitars have rhythm.
go. Just let it go.
All right, holy shit, Tenji, good job. Again, this is another great track. Tianji, hiciste un milagro. You did a good one here. Okay, so feedback I did have for this. So why is it giving me Alan Walker vibes? Diablo, cabrón. Milagro está presente. Okay, so Tianji, the song is very well written, at least melodic wise. You say you were gonna add some strings in there, so I think that's why I don't feel that space that's missing in the breakdowns. I think some strings could absolutely help to the ambience or melodic effect that you're trying to build. Then also you can try add some belt arps because I was feeling that there was space for it. Because if you're gonna add like just string sounds, it's gonna be I don't know how you're gonna do it, but it's gonna be in chords, right? Or unless you're doing like arps with the strings. If you're doing arps with the strings, then the bell arp will not work. But if you are doing arp with like just chords with the arps, sorry, with the strings, then I think you should be able to add some arp belts to fill it in even more and create this space that works with the vocal. For your drop, I also felt that there could be some pauses in there, like and pauses with fills. But this is like for ear candy, second drop type thing. So, tum pam dun, pam pum pam. So you get the idea. It's like da 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 pum da na 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 pum. Like just with pauses, breaks, and then filling with some cute stuff. And I think it could be a good idea, like glitches and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, glitches to the drop. So other than that, I think that's another thing I will give you feedback on. But so far, the idea is there, and hopefully you develop it by next week or well, as soon as you can. All right. Good job, TNG. So far, I think for me, this one is winning the best track of the day for me. All right, moving on. Next one is going to be from Jelly. Juega con las pausas, es muy divertido. Exacto, hay que meterle pausas. You see, TNG, even the chat saying like you need some pauses in there to play around with. They do help. All right, I'm too broke for the club. I'm too broke to club outside. Jelly. Oh shit! All right, yeah, the waveform looks a little loud, so let's go ahead and take a listen to it. Yeah, no problem, TNG.
Cheap nuts, straight spilling up the wall. Staring at the ceiling, ain't even not at all. Hiking this pillow, cause my pocket's really flat. Cough syrup, looking on the don't live with that. I'm a PFP, laying in the fifth space. Putting every human just to see the little face. Love stays heavy, got my money right the door. So I'm licking up a bird, you laying on the floor. Spilling up the wall, staring at the ceiling, ain't even not at all. Hiking this pillow cause my book is really flat. Cough syrup full of kingdom in the middle of with that. I'm a VIP laying in a bit of space. Money give me human just to see the living. Upstairs heavy got my money for the door. So I'm licking up a bird, you're laying on the floor. Holy shit.
That pause there is throwing me off. All right, Jelly, good job. I like this. I like this track. It's actually really nice. Really like vibe. It's a vibe one, yeah, for sure. It's a born saying. It's like you're exploring the galaxy. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Feedback for this one, musical wise here. The break that you have here, the pause is a little too long.
So I'm licking up a bird, you're laying on the floor. Holy shit.
And then you bring it back right there. It was too long. Like you killed the vibe there. So,
Holy shit.
So yeah, that's all I have to say for this one so far. I think there's some EQ things that you can change here and there, but that is just very detail specific. Musical wise, all of the sound selection was great. Everything's working together. Everything's harmonizing. Nothing's sounding really too off. If you have anything to say about it, you can go ahead and put your comment in the chat. So I'll just take a listen to. I'll probably take notice of that. Ok, so mi único feedback que tengo para ti, Jelly, con esta es que la pausa acá fue un poco muy larga. So, cuenta así, haz como pausa, ta, 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 and then pum, empieza de nuevo. Porque como que matas el ambiente con una pausa demasiado larga. Matas la vibra. Y bueno, eso es lo único que puedo decirte ahorita. Como dije antes, tenía unas sugerencias ahí con el EQ, esto y lo otro. Unas cosas pueden haber sido más brillosas y otras cosas pueden haber sido entrecortadas un poquito más, pero esos son detalles. La parte musical es lo más importante y esto, como te decía, esa pausa, si la arreglas, ya te quedas con la canción entera. Es una canción muy buena de fondo y bien kawaii, bien kawaii. The pause is related to the video from the song. Come on. Sí, pero está muy larga. Está muy larga. Me sacaste de ambiente cuando la pausa es muy larga. I need to put this on my playlist. All right. All right, guys. Moving on. So, and then we have another one from Jelly. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it. I think this is your second and your last track allowed for the day.
Hello? You gotta do, I'll be staring at the stage and the doors will never come and it's such a shame. I will never need to get up on the stage and everybody just forget my name. My name. Stage and everybody just forget my name. Is this recording? I'm hearing the same key. Why are you crying about this change? Shut up. Let's go. You gotta do. I'll be staring at the stage, and the words will never come. And it's such a shame. I will never need to get it from the stage, and everybody's just forgetting my name. My name.
Okay, all right. So great track, Jelly, again. Now some small things for me to tell you right now. The feedback on this one. There's some off-key sounds in the beginning, like around here.
You gotta do. I'll be staring at the stage, and the words will never
It's like some glitches or something. Not yet.
come. And it's I will never. Everybody's just
Around here. Okay, whatever's like going from left to right, da 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 da. That thing is off key. Like that thing is out of place, so off scale. So it sounds off. You can just, I think you can fix it up by just pitching. So go ahead and pitch it up, maybe pitch it up, and then see if you can find the right pitch for it. So because I don't feel that it's on key, like it's fitting your drop. And then around, let me see what else I said. Oh yeah, around after that, the snare rolls were a bit out of rhythm. Where are they? I'm looking, trying to look for it, but it was somewhere around here. Yeah, right there. So por aquí. All right, but that is everything I have to say right now. So once you fix those two, I think it should sound a little bit better. Hello there, Kinok Music. How you doing? ¿Cómo has estado? All right, so Jelly, ahora te lo voy a decir en español. En la primera parte decía que ese sonido que está yendo de izquierda a derecha suena que está fuera de escala, so no encaja con tu drop y suena como fuera de lugar. Trata de hacerle, creo que pitch, súbele el pitch como cientos en semitonos, no semitonos, un semitono para arriba y creo que le quedaría mejor. Verifica tus notas con ese sonido si lo estás haciendo tú mismo. Si es un sample, vas a tener que jugar con el pitch para que encaje, porque ahorita no está encajando ese sonido de izquierda a derecha. Y una parte de acá, los drums, el ritmo que tiene ese snare roll que está atrás del kick. Como que suena un poquito fuera de ritmo en algunas partes. No, cuando está así consecutivamente, suena bien, pero cuando está fuera, así le pones ta, ta, tarara, ta, tarara, algo así, para que tenga un poco más de ritmo y no suene tan fuera. Pero eso es lo único que puedo decirte ahorita. Okay, let's see what the chat says. What does the chat say? Se escucha como Norwest. A mí me gusta porque son buenos. Bebenos hace música así buenas. Ok, bueno, eso es lo único que puedo decirte. ¿Cómo estás, Wetburst? How you doing, Wetburst? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. All right, next one's gonna be from Kit Kat. Waltz for a Ghosty Hour, 30-second song. So I guess let's go ahead. Sounds like synthwave. Yeah. Oh, acabó. That shit ended too soon. All right, so I like it. It sounds pretty good so far. Mixing wise, musical wise, it sounds very 80s horror movie inspired. So like what movie I would say, like any 80s inspired movie that has a soundtrack like this. And then you can add some of those bass lines that meow or that's mew, like those 80 classical synth bass. So, but yeah, that's all I have for this one. Winding Down with the Demons. It's only 30 seconds, so there's not much I can say. Everything in those 30 seconds sounded good. Sound selection was great. And yeah, there's nothing else I can say. Saludos, mi bro. Paso para escuchar las novedades. Exacto. Muchas novedades, Wetverse. Te estás quedando, bro. Gracias por favor. Okay, let's move on. Next one's gonna be from Boren. Even por favor it says, cool idea. I can see this become a very complex song, yet simple and interesting to hear. Exactly, it's like the 80s synthwave. Okay, B1, let's go ahead and take a listen. Oh, what the hell is this? You switched it up? All right, so if this was feedback about your remake, I guess. I think the only thing I have so far to say for the second one is pretty good, like pretty accurate. It just needs some cleaning. So most of your cleaning is gonna come from your low end because the low end is a little muddy. So what does the chat say? ¿Qué piensan en el chat? Siento que le dije que sentía que los bajos estaban un poco opacados o un poco sucios. Is the low end dirty or is it just Okay, but yeah, moving on. I think the only thing I have to say is that it needs like better EQ, like probably some low end cuts here and there because it's a little muddy. But I like it. It sounds like Memory Reboot. So moving on. All right, next one's gonna be from Hayden. Having a dirty low end can sound good if I am honest. Maybe it's my own taste. Yeah, no, dirty low end is not that good when it comes to synthwave. It's like you want a clean, nice low end. Because synthwave's again 80s inspired, but the modern one it is like inspired with progressive house. So today is a lot. It's a progressive house, a very clean genre. So okay, moving on. Hayden Universe. Let's see. My head hurts, not gonna lie. Okay, so far Jelly is winning. Otra vez con el drop este. That's a bass, right? Is that a bass line or is that a lead synth? I think that might be a lead synth. Alright, so Hayden, vamos a desetar tu canción. Me gustó el principio, me gustó el break. I like the break, I like the build up. I did not enjoy the drop. So, buena transición, todo bien. El efecto sidechain yo ya se lo hubiera quitado, pero le da ritmo, se lo voy a dejar pasar. Necesitas una mejor transición de build up. Keynote music. Alright, yeah, you need a better music transition here from the build up to the drop. Like you do in progressive house, trance follows the same thing. Voy a meterles así unas leads de subida y bajada. Creo. Ne, 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 ne. Ne, 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 ne. Ne. Algo así. Creo que algo así le quedaría a Hayden. So that's the idea I got for this drop. The kick and bass, the bass, I'm kind of not feeling it. I don't know why. Doesn't have any attack or anything to cut through the mids. Because right now I can hear the kick, I can hear the sub bass, I can hear it all the way to the low mids. Then the mids, they're like really soft. So that's one thing I for sure know. And then the lead synth, it's a good filler, but you probably will need another sound in there. Okay, Hayden, so no sé si escuchaste cómo estaba haciendo los sonidos con el drop, pero creo que así puedes hacer tu drop con otro lead synth, porque ese sonido de lead synth suena como más de fondo, está bien empujado atrás, no está tan como en la cara. Pero, ok, moving on, hay que mover. Si tienes preguntas de esto, pregunta. Aolvera, ok, next one's gonna be from Aolvera, mi demo bebé. Coherente listen. Oh, también dije que mejoraras la transición de la build-up al drop. Porque suena un poquito rara. Suena como va de frente de tiqui, 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 and then de frente al drop. Toco, 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 toco. So, necesitas una mejor transición con unos golpes, así como Progressive House y Trance. Los dos siguen la misma estructura. Ok. Ahí está el Owl verga. Buena, Owl vergas con el trance. Ok, mi única feedback que tengo para esto, la parte musical está excelente. Es que acá hay un poco de pelea en las frecuencias medias altas y a altas. So, especialmente cuando ya tienes todo. Suena bien ambiental, suena bien grande, pero hay un poquito de pelea nada más. No hay una pelea así demasiado notable, pero sí se nota. Pero sí, eso es lo único que puedo decirte ahorita. Tal vez un OTT lo arregle con un poco de compresión multibanda en los elementos que ya no son así el lead synth. O tal vez le puedes ponerle al lead synth, a las leads, para que tengan un poco más de control. Sí, gracias. Apenas nació esa mezcla. De mezcla lo voy a arreglar al inicio del audio. Sí, no, sí está muy bien Alvera. So, Espero que esta sea una buena canción. Hasta ahorita, tú estás 50-50 con Jelly. So, please, guys, vote for the best track of the day. So, we have Jelly and we have Owl Vera so far taking the lead. So, those two were good tracks. So, ok, pero no, no tengo otra cosa que decirte, Olvera. Este es un buen trance. Sí le siento la trance así, bien grandota. No, no le digas nada malo. Okay, so next one is gonna be from Caesar Finn de Deb. I don't know who that is. I see in the chat. Si estás en el chat, por favor di algo. If you're in the chat, say something, please.
If you ain't got enough time for words, then let me sing it for you. If you ain't got enough time for words, then let me rephrase it for you. If you're feeling pretty quiet, sleepyhead, then let me start up for you. On quiet days, they don't lie. Be loud and clear to say it right. Say the things that you want to say. It ain't that hard when you do it right. Say the things that you want to say. It ain't that hard when you do it right.
All right, so this one for sure it has some down low vibes. So I'm gonna go ahead and deconstruct it because I couldn't fully pay attention to it. I think the vocal chain could use some improvement for sure. The drums sound okay. The stuff in the background sounds okay. Over here, there's a click and pop of something. I don't know what it is.
If you ain't got enough time for words, then let me sing it for you.
But yeah, so this one, the vocal, I feel that it's a little bit it too in the background, so it got really crapped down with the reverb. So again, let's go ahead and have that reverb on a separate channel on the mixer, so that way your vocal can still cut through the mids, and the reverb has its own volume, its own gain, its own like separate track. And then also you can make the reverb even more stereo, even more wider than by doing that. Okay, so another thing too, you need some improvements. I've been watching some videos on improving like vocal change. So go ahead at an EQ, saturation, a de-esser, a compressor, then your another compressor. I don't know why, but I seen two people put up the CLA 76 and the LA2A. So the compressors. Let me see if I have them right here. I may have them, I may not. So yeah, this one is really good on vocals. So if you have that one, get it. And then I think I have it in my channel too. So if you go to my server and go to free plugins, scroll up, there is a emulation of it, and it's basically the same thing. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, there you go. So L2A compressor, you can get it right here on my server. It's completely free. And then there's also the air cage clarity. It's really nice too on the vocals. I tried it and it sounds really good. So that way you don't have to do in all the EQ if you don't want to do it. So and then yeah, you reverb and you delay. You reverb and delay. Put them in a separate channel because right now you're crapping, like you're pushing your freaking vocal to the back. You're like I don't feel it in the front as I want it to be. But yeah, that's all I have to say for you. Who's this? Who's this? Who sent this song? It was Caesar Fiend the Dev. Okay, so that's all I have to say for this one. Add sidechain of one of the reverb channels. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. You can add a. You just reminded me to. You can also add some reverb to the channels. Hello, I sent it through email. Okay, on production. We'll go ahead and check it out. All right, so next one is gonna be from Keynock. Oh, we got some new people today. Welcome. Los bienvenidos. Si son nuevos, pueden enviar hasta 2 temas. If you guys are new here at the stream, you guys can send up to 2 tracks. So if you need feedback on 2 tracks, you can go ahead and send it over. But let's go ahead and take a listen. On non-production, I'm gonna be listening to your track right after this one, okay? Ve, yo sin saber haciendo la pinche cover. Okay, so let me go ahead again. I think this one I have an issue with the kick. The attack is not coming through as much. All right, Kino, good shit with this one. Okay, so my feedback for this one over here, it sounds really nice, kind of full a bit, and then I go to the build up stars, and I'm like, oh, the low end is completely like gone. So it starts to sound too thin here, like probably still have it a little bit thicker. And right there, start cutting it up so that way you can fit the automation right there. And yeah. Keynote music is right too. I was literally saying that about the attack. Yeah. And your kick for sure on the drop needs a little bit of stronger transient. You can add a transient processor or just again some EQ. Some EQ increasing the mids and a little bit of the highs to give it that bright attack to come through a little bit more, a little more sharp. But you can also do layering of kicks. There's like 3 ways you can get your kick transient to be stronger, but EQ first, try EQ first, then a transient processor, then layering again as your last choice. If you want to do layering straight away, go ahead and go with something that has some like nice mid-size, sorry, not mid-size, but like middle frequencies attacks. So that way it really pops through, because the attacks of the kick is basically most of it is in the middle, in the middle frequencies here in the spectrum. So all around here is where your attack usually is in the kick, and then the clickiness comes from the high end over here. All right, but good drop, good melody, good composition, everything sounds good. Like I said, just on the build up starting out, don't cut out the low end right away. It starts to sound a little bit like less full. Go ahead and wait it out a little bit. So about right there, about 24 seconds, that's where you're to start cutting off the low end and do the endless smile effect, if you know what I'm saying. But okay, that's all I have to say for you, Kinok. Good job with this one. So it reminds me of if Big Room and like kind of Trap had a collab. So okay, moving on. Next one's gonna be from Apollo. Oh, and Kinok, do not leave. I'm gonna put you as one of the best track of the day contenders, so we can vote on you. So far, let me see. Jelly and Owl Verga is winning the poll. So I'm gonna go ahead and restart the poll, and we're gonna have a new poll that you guys can vote on which one is the best track of the day. Okay, and then we also have somebody else send their link here. Unknown production Indian trap. Not free to use. Okay. All right, I don't care. Okay, so this one I think is gonna be by unknown prod off. So let's take a listen. So far, I'm listening to it, and let me telling you, the vibes are not harmonizing. Yeah, you have very some choirs, some dark choirs, and 808s, everything in the background, and then the freaking guitars or whatever sound it is that you're using for the lead. It sounds very happy. What's good, Wrathwave? ¿Cómo estás? How you doing? That's fucked up, Kino. I know what you're doing. Okay, so on non-production, this one, the beat, I tell you, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel like it's telling me a story. I don't feel like it's like making me want to dance. It's a good listening for the background, maybe. Could probably be lo-fi, but I am not feeling it. I don't know what I'm telling you. It's the very dark choir that you have, the ha 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 ha, like whatever it's in the background, plus the drum selection, and then again just the goofy Indian guitars in the background is not fitting. So I'm not feeling it. So it's again, if you have anything to say in the chat, like you can go ahead and say it. The Anybody else care to say something? Yelly, yeah, I don't feel that the song wants to tell me a story, kind of like storytelling. Yeah, maybe. I want to hear it again. Maybe try to find some vocals. Find some vocals that can probably fit through this. And then if once you get the vocals and then everything so far, then we can go ahead and listen to it again. But right now, I am not feeling it. It's again, you gotta pick when you're doing this type of stuff. You gotta select either dark with dark or bright and happy with dark, like happy and happy and dark with dark. Like you can be mixing dark and happy together. They don't go together. It's like again some music theory there. Like if you mix some really dark elements, they're not. It's gonna sound off place if I come in and I say like, "I know how I do." Like it just doesn't sound right. So, but that's all I have to say. All right. So moving on. Okay. And I think we got in Mr. Hoppy. We have another one for you. So let's go ahead and take a listen. The beat switch at the end was good because you kind of got rid a bit more of the happy guitars or happy like whatever instruments that were in there. Oh, the pianos are a little muddy. Sounds like some good notes. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, Rathwave, you can submit one for sure. Okay, so and again, this is actually a very good one, Mr. Hoppy. You have a really good melody here with the pianos. It sounds very very cute. Like this could make an actual ambience. So do the same thing that you said earlier with the reverb for the vocal. Apply the same thing to the instruments. Put the reverb on a separate channel. Some delay. You can probably add some delay in the piano channel itself, and then send the delay with the piano and to the reverb channel, little by little, so you can kind of hear what it's doing, what ambience you're trying to create. Tiene buen ambiente. Los pianos, las notas están buenísimas. So, lo único que te falta es encontrarle cómo arreglar las cosas. Ah, yo diría que, como dije, manda el reverb a otro canal en la mixer y tienen ponle un poco de fresh air a esos pianos. Un poco del fresh air este de aquí. Para que se puedan hacer un poco más brillositos. Y un poco de EQ. Necesitan unos cortes. Apóyalos con una bass de sub o bass de esa Reese bass, que no esté no tenga tantas frecuencias así altas. Le vas a quitar todo esto y le vas a dejar solamente los medios bajos a los bajos, más los pianos, y ahí va a quedar excelente, creo. Ok, eso es para flauta se pueden intentar casi. O me olvidaba que usabas el FL Mobile. You use FL Studio Mobile. Okay, moving on. Next one again is gonna be from Keynog. I think Keynog, this is your second song and your last song of the day. So let's take a listen. Keynog, so far you're winning the best track of the day, dude. Holy shit. Okay, I like this one a lot more. Enoch, ya traje más plebada. So yeah, this is pretty good. Not much stuff is fighting. The reverb sounds pretty good. The kick is cutting through nicely. Pay attention to this one compared to the other one. I can actually hear and feel that attack a lot more. And for a split second, I thought there was distortion in the beginning of your drop. Yeah, I thought there was clipping here, but it might just be your control distortion that you're adding in there. So double check, make sure you don't have like clipping that's like on control. If you're like adding distortion on purpose and you want to obviously have it control, you don't want to have clipping on control because then you just destroy the quality of your music. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's clipping. So that's what I thought too. Okay, so we were both on the right page then. Okay, so I like the things, the also the volume. The kick has a good attack on this one too, and the bass is pretty good too. Once you get everything balanced correctly, I think it will sound a lot better, especially with the build up. The build up was like stupid loud, so I was like, damn. I'm gonna have to cover my ears because imagine playing this in front of like with big speakers to like hundreds of people. Like it's gonna be really hard on people's ears. I need to adjust the input gain on my clipper. There you go. You already have the answer. So I don't have to tell you that, but you just gotta know, like, okay, too much distortion. Good job, Kinok. So far, you're winning the best track of the day, bro. Yeah, you got 60% of the votes. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. Next one is gonna be from Wrathwave. El siguiente va a ser de Wrathwave, using stems here. So I'm sorry if shit doesn't sound on grid in the break. It's humanized. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. Yeah, I think it's -2. Oof, -2? Damn. Fuck the dynamic range, you said. A Volvera, espero que me pagues comisión por ver esa. Oh yeah, I feel that. No, I never heard this one, Wrathwave. Tap, tap. Okay, all right, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we're for sure, bro. You need more effects. Those effects are pretty old already, and they sound old. You're gonna need to update your sample library, which is literally effects. The downlifter, the transition, the sweeps, all the other stuff, because it sounds old. If you're trying to keep that vibe, that's cool. As well. So it's up to you. But some of those old effects are dirty. They're no longer used for a reason. I like the breaks over here. There you can hear that effect. I like that little vocal effect to you there. You probably use a vocoder. I don't know what you use here. Kick and bass sounds good. And the bass that you're using for as your lead synth, it's working. It doesn't sound out of place. It sounds like a kick and bass, but it sounds nice. It sounds like it's like an asset type lead bass that you have going on. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this one. You gotta update those effects. It's a stem taken from the original track. It's a Logic vocoder lyric thing. I could feel it. I was like, you probably use a vocoder. It remind me a little bit of that Daft Punk vibe. Yelly, I need to sleep. Oh yes. Thank you for coming, Yelly. Hopefully you're here next week too. Radwave. So I like your track so far. I think it's a good vibe for sure. Very club playable. But like I said, if you want to take it to the next level, you gotta update those effects because they sound old. They're starting to sound old, and they muddy up your mids too. Whenever you hear the explosions, they're like that effect, that explosion right there is hella fighting with your bass. The freaking dung 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 dung. It's fighting with it. But yeah, that's all I have to say, bro. The good track, Radwave. Okay, moving on. Next one's gonna be from Geezer Resonance. Actually, it is not gonna be from Geezer. The next one is supposed to be from Apollo that I skipped. My bad, Apollo. So okay, does it need more length wise, or is it fine as it is? 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Okay, no, it doesn't need more length. I think if you're trying to like really push it, it's gonna sound a little bit more repetitive. It is fun the way it is. It stayed interesting throughout the entire song. So I think if you expand it, you're just gonna like prolong it and make it non-interesting. So unless you have new elements to add in, to add to it, then maybe you can add like a few extra 16 to 32 bars maybe. But other than that, that's all I'm feeling right now. That it is really good the way it is. There is for sure some like mixing issues, but like they're very minor. Musical wise, all elements were working pretty good together. I like the vocal that you had in the background, the like it sounded something like that, like a vocal trap or a vocal background noise that you have. So it's pretty good. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. Keep it the same, and then just expand on whatever you already have. Okay, all right, now moving on. Next one's gonna be from Geezer. So, oh Geezer, read. Let's go ahead and take a listen. right, dude. What the fuck are you doing? This thing's ready for release. There's no way you're not telling me this thing's not ready for release. I feel like the only variation here I would have done is like over here with the vocals going up. The right there. And then bring it back down. That's the only thing I would have done differently, just musical wise. But other than that, that's pretty good. Like I think it's like release ready, in my opinion. You already have a good cover art. Like this thing is looking really good. Waveform doesn't look trash. And mixing wise, I can hear your vocal cutting through the mids, even though you have like the synths and everything playing in the background. The cake is playing really nice. So, suéltala, release it, bro. Ya está como lista ya. El geyser. Se pasan con los apodos. Okay, moving on. So that one is for sure ready to be released, bro. I give it the green light. Go ahead and release it whenever you're ready. Okay, Geezer and Owl Verga. Antar ID. Okay, it's an ID. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it. Oh, tengo que cambiar el poll ahora. So, oh, okay, damn, you had room for an outro there. Tienen todavía espacio para hacerle un outro aquí y ya ahí acaba tu canción. Eso es lo único que puedo decirte ahorita de feedback. Ya como que casi todo está hecho muy bien. Everything's already done, basically. So there's not much for me to say musical wise and like mixing wise, at least because the vocal, everything's going through the mids. But we need an outro after here. You have space to do an outro after this and then transition to the next song. So that's all I have to say for this one. Esas percusiones de quién serán. Creo que esas son del Geezer, ¿ah? I think these percussions and sounds It sounds like geezer because Owl Beta has a specific type of like character to it that I can kind of tell on. Um, but yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. Like I said, do an outro and I think it's done. Once you do a quick short outro, it should be done. Y una vez que le hacen el outro, ya acabarán. Pero, ok, veamos. Ok, ¿quién está ganando ahorita el mejor track del día? Están en Kinok y Geezer. Uy. So, a ver, el Geezer y el Kinok se la están dando para el mejor tema del día. Y yo también estoy como de acuerdo. Yo se la daría entre el, el Geezer. El Geezer creo que tiene un poco ya más terminado la canción. No es plagio. No es plagio si son amigos. Pues es verdad. Ok. Bueno, let's go ahead and finish this. I think I don't have any more tracks. Yeah, I don't have any more tracks. Let me check the email too. No, no more tracks. Okay, so this concludes the weekly feedback live stream. Thank you everyone for joining in. We are here every Sunday. Again, if you're a producer, you can go ahead and share this over with other producer friends or in your community servers that you have. We'll try to reach out more people, more songs, more fun. Best track of the day today was from who was it? From Geezer, not Geyser, Geezer. Okay, so Geezer wins the best song of the day. 70% de regalias para mí por las percusiones. Pero sí, ok, si son bienvenidos todos los productores. Estamos acá todos los domingos, dando feedback gratis, completamente. Y hasta 2 canciones pueden enviar. So if you guys are new, you guys can send up to 2 songs per stream. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell button so you get notified. You can also go ahead and join the Discord server in the description of this video, and then you can also get like fully notified on time when I start the stream. That way y'all can go ahead and log in and stuff. I have free plugins and other things, pretty cool stuff on the channel, on the server channel, like free plugins, free samples, presets, stuff like that. So go ahead and take advantage of the resources, guys. Ok, so allá acabamos. Ahorita tengo que retirarme. Thank you for joining. Todos sean bienvenidos. Gracias por venir y tengan una buena semana. Hope you all have a good week and keep producing.